because Professor Sullivan denigrated my scholarly treatise in front of his class."
"Denigrate is a strong word," said Provost Fringe.
"And accurate, according to my sources," replied Grumph. "Professor Sullivan described my work using the words, and I quote, piffle, tripe, baloney, and risible. Do you deny that, Professor Sullivan?"
Henry opened his mouth to issue a firm denial, but Dean Grumph stopped him.
"Before you say anything, Professor, I should tell you that I have it all recorded on an audio file."
Henry quickly changed tack. "Firstly, Dean Grumph, I can see how those words might be interpreted as negative, but personally, I love both tripe and bologna. A bologna sandwich is the greatest, most American of lunchtime treats, and tripe? The edible lining of a farm animal's stomach? What's not delicious about that? And as for risible, well, that comes from the Latin ridere, which is to laugh. Who doesn't love to laugh? So you see, it really is a big misunderstanding." If anyone would have told me that when I woke up yesterday morning, that I'd end the day with the woman I'd been making myself sick over missing, comfortably enveloped in my arms, in my bed, I would have called them 50 flavors of liar. But as I laid here watching the even rising and falling of her chest, hearing the slight snore she emitted on every third exhalation, I felt luckier than I deserved. I let her go, and she came back.
"Okay, Andre, keep coming closer, but you and your friend ignore Zeus as you approach," he tells me. We get closer and Damien does some wizard magic to get Zeus to sit. I say hi to him and Janelle and introduce my sister. "I'll be an official dog sitter, so I thought I'd come along," Ava adds, her voice wobbling a bit. Great, she's crushing on Damien. "Great. So, first thing you have to remember, you're always training Zeus. Right now, we're going to teach him that he doesn't get any attention until he's calm." Damien goes on, explaining everything he's going to try to do in our sessions with him, and then he hands me the leash.
Chapter 6. Awaken a Better Physical You. In 2013, I was at a conference when my mother called me, sobbing, with the news of my father's unexpected death. He was only 53. I remember the shock of that day. Apart from the natural grief of a son for a beloved father, I was further shaken because he hadn't even been sick. Yes, he'd used tobacco products, worked long hours, drank energy drinks to stay awake, and ate fast food. But since he'd never been seriously ill, didn't use drugs, and wasn't overweight, we all thought he was fine. But his body and heart couldn't take it anymore. My dad had been malnourished. Even though he lived in these United States of America in the 21st century and had eaten 3 meals a day, his body didn't have the nutrients it needed to survive.